Hi guys, welcome to Brains and the Beat. If you're new here, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're oldie but goodie, thank you for staying tuned to your girl. So in today's video, I'm going to do an update on Bunny Wailer's wife being missing. I was one of the first person to actually put that story out on YouTube, and I want to give you guys an update. I also want to talk about Tommylee situation, and I also want to talk about the Peter Tosh situation. If you guys didn't know, Peter Tosh's son has died, and this was because he was beaten. So let's get into the story. And the first one comes from IRFM. It says, legendary entertainer and the only living Wailer, Bunny Wailer is offering cash for the safe return of his 70-year-old wife, Jean Watt. The news of her disappearance was first made public via online platforms by Bunny Wailer's son, Ashadi Kaniki. I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, who pleaded with social media users who might have information regarding the whereabouts of his stepmother to make contact. The family is now offering a cash reward for her safe return, and they're offering 1 million Jamaican dollars for her safe return. People with information are being encouraged to call or WhatsApp 876-850-4403 or 876-826-8148 or 876-819-7581. Jean Watt, who has a condition, was last seen walking along the highway heading towards Kingston on May 23rd, 2020. So she is still missing, and they have a $1 million reward if you guys can give them information to lead to the safe return of her. So please, if you guys have any information, give it to them. So let's get into the next story, and this one is about Peter Tosh. It says, the death of reggae icon Peter Tosh's youngest son has once again plunged the family into deep sadness. Jorah McIntosh, better known as Tosh One, died last Friday, 3 years after being beaten and left unconscious by a fellow inmate while he was serving a 6-month jail term in Bergen County Jail in New Jersey on a ganja charge. Efforts to reach his sister, Naibi, who is also head of the Peter Tosh estate, were unsuccessful. However, curator of the Peter Tosh Museum, Kingsley Cooper, noted that he had spoken with her and that the family was going through a rough time. I spoke with Naimbi when I heard of Joar's passing, and the family was experiencing a deep sense of loss. I like to look for the positives and if there can be any silver lining in a situation such as this. It is the fact that the pain of his condition is no more. A young, vibrant artist had been reduced to a comatose state, one in which he was unable to help himself, Cooper said to the Jamaica Observer. Cooper could not provide any details as the funeral arrangements and whether or not the body of Peter Tosh One will be flown to Jamaica for interment. Following the February 27th. Following the February 2017 jailhouse attack, Tosh One was in a coma for well over a year. He came out of a coma and was sent home, where he was being cared for by his mother and sister. The 40-year-old is a father to four children. In an interview with Jamaica Observer in 2018, months after his release from hospital, Naibi revealed that the family was grateful to have him, despite the long road to recovery. At the time, she noted that he was just learning to speak again, and the family was grateful that he was still alive, but noted that full rehabilitation was a long way off. Last November, Nambi told the audience at the Peter Tosh Musical Festival held at Pulse Center in New Kingston that her brother was slowly making progress. He still has a lot of healing to do, so I appreciate and know that Jamaica is praying for him. The prayers are definitely working, so please continue to send out your prayers for him because he is definitely missing from the stage tonight, but I know his spirit is with us at this time, so please continue to pray for my father's youngest son. She told fans of her father and his music. Bergen County Sheriff's Office, in a statement on the incident, which left Tosh one, noted that the assault, which lasted less than 10 seconds, resulted in serious injury to Mr. McIntosh. Bergen County Sheriff's Office immediately responded to contain the disturbance and provide care for Mr. Tosh. The medical personnel, including a physician from the jail, provided medical treatment to the victim while waiting on the arrival of the Hackensack Fire Department Emergency Medical Services. Mr. McIntosh was transferred to Hackensack University Medical Center for treatment without delay. So condolence goes out to the Tosh family. This is very hard for anybody to deal with, and especially somebody in the eye of the public. That's so sad that he just lost his life just like that over a ganja charge, a charge that they are now legalizing in the United States of America. So condolence goes out to everyone that knew him, and we're going to move on to the next topic, which is Tommylee. So Tommylee was arrested recently again, and Tommylee has had a long history with Jamaica Constabulary Force, and I'm gonna give you guys some backstory before I go into what is happening now. So Lee Sparta has had a history of running with law enforcement. In 2014, he was arrested and slapped with a lottery scamming charge. That case is still ongoing in the courts. That was then. It's not ongoing anymore. He beat that case and he was let free. In 2016 and 2017, Tommylee found himself on the police wanted list at least 2 times for various crimes that he said he had nothing to do with. The dancehall DJ says the police is unfairly targeting him because of his music. I wasn't shocked or anything. I get numb to everything, Tommylee said in an interview with Winford Williams. Every year, they always come with something new, and that is definitely the truth. In 2018, they locked him up again, and that was when we saw leaked naked photos of Tommylee in police custody in handcuffs. Basically, they were trying to humiliate him. Tommylee also said the constant run-ins with law enforcement is negatively impacting his career, and I also saw an article where it says it's negatively impacting his children. So let's get into what has happened now in the recent time. The recent update, it says Lee Sparta was rushed to Cornwall Regional Hospital in Montego Bay, St. James after experiencing a bout of vomiting while in police lockup on Thursday evening. That part didn't make any sense, but he was vomiting. Whoever wrote this, and this is coming from the Observer. His lawyer Ernie Smith confirmed the development with Jamaica Observer last night. He was taken to Cornwall Regional Hospital for treatment and subsequently discharged. Lee Sparta is spending his second weekend behind bars at the Freeport Police Station in Montego Bay. The Smith said he convinced the lawmen are deliberately keeping the dancehall DJ detained despite not being charged. The entertainer has been in custody since Tuesday, July 7th. The police, told me the final session was this morning at 7 a.m. The question and answer session took place. I was advised by senior officer that the police had no further interest in him and that he would be released today, said Smith. They are punishing Mr. Russell without just cause, he continued. Leroy Russell is Lee Sparta's given name. Earlier last week, Tommylee was requested to report to Freeport Police Station in relation to an upsurge in the violence in the flanker community of St. James. He was detained under the current state of emergency in St. James. Under the SOE, a person can be detained for up to 90 days without being charged. Lee Sparta had several brushes with the law. He was listed as a person of interest by the police in 2014 and 2017. And in 2015, Montego Bay police prevented him from performing on Reggae Sunfest for fears of patron safety. A former member of Vybz Kartel Portmore Gaza Empire, Lee Sparta got his musical break in 2012. He is known for his songs including Spartan Soldier, Spartan Angel, Psycho, and Rich Badness. So Tommylee has had a long-standing run-in with law enforcement, and honestly, now I feel like he's a target. And the reason why I said that is because Tommylee has had run-ins with the police from dating back to 2015. It's now 2020. That is a long time to having run-ins with the police and not being charged and arrested for anything. He was arrested and charged for lottery scamming, which he beat in court with a juror of his peers. So this man is innocent. Why do they keep arresting him? Recently, I know that his daughter was shot and also his daughter's cousin was shot. And they say that there has been an upsurge in violence in flunkers because of that. And quite frankly, if they don't have any real hard proof that he is connected to any of that, they need to leave him alone. I would much respect Jamaica Constabulary Force if they sat and actually build a case against him, a solid case, instead of taking him into custody every single year and not arresting and charging him. It's sad and it's disheartening, and it shows you the lack of justice ghetto youths have at Jamaica. So if Lee Sparta is a person in the public's eye and have somewhat some money to get him a lawyer and get help, imagine what would happen if this was a regular Joe Smo or a regular ghetto youth from Montego Bay. They would probably have him locked up in there for years and years and have him lost in the system, like so many others that we have seen recently that have been locked up for 25 and 50 years and never seen a judge or their day in court. This man has been through a lot, and I'm gonna sympathize with him for the bare fact that they have been arresting him for years and they have charged him for one thing, and the one thing that they charged him for, he beat. So I'm going to sympathize with him, and I'm going to say he's innocent until proven guilty. I see a lot of people on social media talking about if he do the crime, he do the time. He hasn't been proven to do any crime. And if you feel like he did a crime and you're an eyewitness, go tell the police. Go say something. But don't be on social media trying to tarnish this man's name and reputation. I hope he holds it together. I hope his family is standing firm behind him, and I hope his lawyers get him out as soon as possible. And I've been saying this for a while. I feel like Tommylee needs to go live in a different island somewhere, different Caribbean island, because he will forever be a target. A lot of dancehall artists becomes target for Jamaica's constabulary force and Jamaica's government. And a lot of them have to leave Jamaica because of this, and I feel like Tommylee is the next one that's on their list that they're targeting. So my advice to him would be to go live in a different island somewhere and keep it pushing. And I know that's going to be hard because Jamaica is where he does his music, where his musician, his producers, his wife and his children, or his girlfriend, his baby mothers live. But in order for you to keep your foot out of jail, I think it would be a good idea. And I feel like it's time that he does something about them arresting him all the time and not charging him. Like, sue them for harassment. What are your thoughts on Tommylee's situation? Comment in the comment section below. What do you think about Peter Tosh's situation? And what do you think about Bunny Wailer's wife still being missing? Do you think she's still alive? Quite honestly, I don't. But that's me being the pessimist that I am, and seeing that I have covered a lot of these missing person situations or missing person stories. That's why I draw that conclusion. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Deuces.